So I just ported back to Dresden here. See what events I have. See, the Fourth Crusaders investigating stolen souls are waiting audience in Dresden. There's a stage play to go to on a lighter note. So, that being said, let's get to it. Citadel. Ooh. Most unusual congregation of creatures imaginable appears before your eyes. My greetings to the commander of the Fifth Crusade. The opposing devil who towers over everyone else speaks first. We have never met before, but I have been watching you closely for a long time. I am Mephistopheles, ruler of Cana and Archdevil of Hell. I have come here to support your crusade in its final push against the Abyss. Is that a fact? I am happy to see you again, Durden. Dragon looks tired, but you see in her eyes that she is truly glad by the meeting. I knew that representatives from different planes were coming to pay you a visit, so I left the other wardens for a while to support you in your final battle. Zacharias, hero of the First Crusades, is ready to stand under the banner of the Crusaders. Skeleton-clad spellcaster robes is gloomily as boring into yours. Did we meet before? Hal. I want to help you, child. We have never met before, but we only just missed each other. I am Heliceliax, Gold Dragon and Turandal's mentor. Hey, and there's this little dragon with iridescent wings is busy looking around, her eyes burning with untamed curiosity. You must be a great hero, Durden. My name is Ivo. I'm a dragon. An incredibly cute and adorable dragon, but I guess you can already see that for yourself. I've come from Elysium to help you. What's the word? I memorized it specially to help you with morale. And I'm really, really good at if someone feeds me cookies in advance, or maybe pies, or even a small cake. And don't you worry about demons hurting us. Hala What's-a-Scales will keep an eye on me. He doesn't know about that yet, but I know he'll agree. Sokoth Benoth. A tall, pale man with dark hair, numerous tattoos, bedecked with earrings and other piercings give you an insinuating smile. My, what a momentous day. What an incredible company of guests, and don't get me started on the host of this little party. I wouldn't have missed this for anything. By the way, I am Sokoth Benoth, a demon lord. No doubt the first demon lord you've ever met who's worth paying any attention to. I am itching to deal a delicious blow against the ego of Discari, Baphomet, and my beloved lady in shadow by helping you. Shamira's vivid, fiery red mane seems especially bright today. The demoness looks truly regal with her glowing eyes and proud posture. I have come to flex my muscles a little and have some fun, even though the Shinra's intrigues can get a little tedious after a while. Your ardent dream wishes to shine again. Why did you decide to help me? The existence of the world and growing influence of the demon lords were encountered in the interests of hell. They always have. But I could not openly help you before, Commander, since your power was affiliated with certain entities and stemmed from an unreliable source. Now it's a completely different story. I am not prohibited from helping a simple mortal. Targona says, you saved me. What more reason do you need? But I will say this, by rejecting the gift of the cursed Arilo, you have shifted the balance of power. Now you do not belong to any other side, to any other plane except for your native material plane. You can choose your own path, and this means various powers can now come to your aid without destabilizing this balance. If hell comes to help you, heaven must do the same, if not more. That is why I am here. I hope that one day I will have amassed enough courage to eliminate Arilu's gift. I am not as brave as you, but at least I am ready to stand by your side, shoulder to shoulder with you against the abyss. By rejecting your mythic power, you have undermined Nocticula's authority. Creatures from every plane witnessed her argument with Ayomede. Virtually everyone who could watch it did. The lady in shadow was not accustomed to being rejected, especially so publicly. The thought of how upset and hurt she is fills me with genuine sorrow. For that feeling alone, I'm going to help you. Music to my ears. Jamira, my dear, we should meet like this more often, formally, in the world of mortals. As for me, I need no specific reason for coming here. I do what I want, when I want, and how I want. But I must admit, the way you showed up my sister Articula greatly influenced my decision to be here. I swore an oath to help the Crusaders. This oath is stronger than death. Oh, he's a lich. You are not worthy successor I have been waiting for, but in your current state I suppose I can stoop to helping you. A great battle is upon you, child, and I cannot stand to one side and merely observe, especially not now that you have rejected your mythic power and demonstrated the unimaginable strength of will. I need some decoration, a fluffy tassel, or maybe a tiny trident. Durden, do you have a big, blue fluffy tassel, or maybe even a red one? I need a decoration for my tail. What were you asking again? Why did I come to help? Well, it just seemed very interesting. How could I miss something like this? How are you planning to help me? We bought reinforcements for your army. Moreover, we are planning to join your march to Threshold when you are ready to go there. We will assume the functions of your guard and rear guard. Ensure that no other powerful beings suddenly decide to join the game. It's not a very good look for me to be taking help from, like, I don't know, evil skeletons and demons and stuff, is it? I'll do this myself. What foolish pride, but do as you wish, I'm so going to try to persuade you. The other present glances and then disappear from the hall one by one. Wilser Garms. Commander, pardon me for distracting you from important business. Quartermaster Wilser Garms is sheepishly fiddling with some sort of list. You can read only one item, which is written large with letters. Get more wine. The troops asked me to play messenger. In any case, I, or rather we, all of us soldiers that is, we're inviting you to a party. We're having a party in your honor, and hope you will join us. Nothing fancy, of course. A regulation army party, completely by the book. Well, mostly by the book. It'll be fun. That's the occasion. We have heard what you did with your powers, you know, the magical ones, and we're proud. Proud that our commander is a mortal who doesn't need to borrow power to challenge the world wound. It's good to serve such a fearless person, so we want to express our respect. It's down to hide his telling smile. Why do you hide? Right you are, Commander. The thing is, they want it to be a surprise. They have a little present for you, and they want this to be a sense of occasion. But it's supposed to be a secret. So, if it's too much trouble, just please pretend you don't know anything. Well, who am I to refuse? Accept the invitation and enjoy festivities with my troops. That's great. We've set up camp outside Dresden's walls, so if we get a bit rowdy, it won't bother anyone. Those standing watch won't feel like it's missing out. Be eagerly awaiting you. whispers a feverish light. Commander, you have my respect. You survived the abyss, and that is no small feat. Alright, here's the deal. While we were in the abyss, these folks discovered where the souls are being kept, the ones that were stolen by the demons. Well, I wouldn't say we discovered it exactly. I may be a cleric, but there are limits to my power, especially here in the World Wound. However, we do know that the general location, when I was looking for the souls, I had a vision. I saw a rock that looked like a gravestone, and beneath it was an entrance to a cave. I know that the rock is big on the outskirts of the Winged Wood. It was not difficult to recognize the ancient forest. It's been burning for decades in an unquenchable fire started by the demons. I'm certain that this is where souls are being held, but I don't know what awaits us beneath that rock. Anyway, Elan and I have decided to go there, find the souls, and rough up any demon or cultist that gets in our way, but we'd love to have your help. But if something happened to Kayena's soul, who knows what that monster's done to her? It just makes me sick thinking about it. I apologize when I said no first, I'm just tired. You need to pull yourself together. Talked about this before. If you want to help Kiana, you can't let your emotions get the best of you. I apologize, Commander. It's the second time you brought me to my senses. You're absolutely right. I'll try to control myself. An idea what's inside the cave? No, we don't, but we can guess. Do you remember what, or rather, started all of this? The esteemed jeweler, Derek Sunhammer, and his damn trinkets. Well, we did some digging on him, and we believe he's one of Baphomet's cultists. Think about their methods, their magic, and their ability to infiltrate society strike when least expected. It sounds exactly like our jeweler friend. If we're right, we think this location might be a cultist hideout. It makes sense that he would take the stolen souls to a safe location in the wound. What happened to their bodies? We were going to move them to Kenabras when the Queen evacuated the city, but we couldn't. It was too dangerous to transport them. The clerics needed to focus all their efforts on sustaining the lives and health of the victims, and there were armies of demons roaming the roads, so we stayed in Dresden. Ellen's brave friends protected the bodies. They defended the infirmary in your absence. Many of them were grievously wounded, but they succeeded in their task. Alright. I'll leave at once. I'll scout the area, keep and watch on the cave and the surroundings. I'll share my findings when you arrive. My heartfelt thanks for your help, Commander. I should return to my duties as cleric. I have much to do in Dresden. Oh, I'm just itching to get my blade a taste of those soul-stealing cultists. But the most important thing is that we save the victims, and that's exactly what we're going to do. Thank you, Durden. I just wanted you to know I really appreciate your help. I know these cultists are our enemies anyway. I'm glad you're not ignoring the plight of ordinary people, like the ones who were robbed of their souls. And then there's more. Commander, good day to you, and all that. I'm Tina from the Next Door Theater. Remember me? So here's the score. We've finished rehearsing and are ready to stage the world premiere of our play about your exploits. Grandma sent me to invite you. I'm ready to start it, so if you'll come. Let's go now, before someone else comes. Grandma Gretlen's smile shines with pride and happiness. Her ladle shines equally bright and she holds it like a scepter. Ladies and gentlemen, the day has come that every participant in the crusade has waited with bated breath. The day we, Next Door Theater, finally present to you our newest production. Theater, theater! Greyboar casts a long, thoughtful look at Ember. The elf's joy is reflected on the dwarf's stern face by a slight smile. The massive prop catapult behind Grandma creaks loudly and somewhat ominously in time with her words. At least, you hope it's a prop. Today, we return to our recent past, to one of the victories won by the Commander. Our show is dedicated to the grandiose, incredible, mind-blowing, exciting, large-scale, grand, and legendary events many of you probably witnessed firsthand. As director and playwright, I feel humbled and honored too. Who manages her ladle with wild enthusiasm and accidentally touches, but only lightly, one of the catapult's levers. Does anyone remember what we used to load that catapult? I have a better question. What did the projectile hit? I see something that resembles a plume of smoke in the place similar to the ones where we left the crates our props are in. I put my cherry pie in the catapult bucket to have a secret snack during the performance. And now it flew away. Stop panicking, the show must go on even if we are left without our costumes and props. If something does not go according to plan, improvise. Nothing more than a few fireworks to celebrate our premiere, and now we shall begin. Yay for the premiere. In the year 4715th, in the area near Dresden, a figure appears in front of the army awaiting his orders. It is their leader, Knight Commander Durden. My heart burns. Before inspiring his army with a stirring speech, the commander paused, preparing to say the most important words. My heart burns with courage, my loins burn with lust. Courage, the Lyta Lambton says proudly. We will never give up. Onward, my warriors.
You'll learn that what I lack in height, I make up for in appetite. So let's forget about your plight and go rehearse our wedding night.
Commander's speech was certainly inspiring, but he understood it wasn't enough for the face of the upcoming dangers. He needed to describe the goal to the army and give them real hope to the soldiers, and so the commander exclaimed. There's an emerging Lambkin with a pleading glance at you. Like an arrow, fly to our goal. Rush to our goal with. Lambkin read the first plus words. Light Seed. Light Seed is an ancient Azatli battle cry, and a spell for good luck. Then, with his army promptly inspired, the commander explained the details of his grand strategic plan. As we all know, the commander planned to launch himself from a catapult and break through the enemy's fortifications from the air. And that's exactly what happened. However, just as the commander was taking his place in the bucket before the launch, the demons set in motion their terrifyingly cunning plan. They cast an illusion that made everyone think the commander was just standing there, as if he was either flying through the air or cutting down hordes of enemies. And now that all of you have witnessed the most spectacular, dramatic, and impressive culmination of our play, let us return to reality for a moment to welcome the person whom we are all gathered to celebrate, the commander. After all, this was one of his earliest adventures. So what do you say, Commander? Did you like our show? You got room for improvement there. Of course, sure. Believe it or not, Commander, but every true comedian knows their calling to provoke laughter and smiles. Not necessarily on stage. And it not be a successful, professional, perfectly organized performance, sometimes our art exceeds the limitations of the stage. And now, unfortunately, the time has come to say goodbye. We were with you almost from the first day, but now the show is over at the next door theater troupe. There's other places to be and other places to perform. Well, glad that's over with. Alter... Gravestone, is that it? Okay, that's the one she wants to go to. We'll get this party out of the way first. Growing concentration, silently moving his lips, Wilson is reading the crumpled paper in his hand. You approach, he tucks on his belt and smiles. Commander, welcome! As you can see, everything's ready, and we have started celebrating without you. Oh, this is my kind of party. Come on, let's go sit by the fire. I hear folks are telling fantastic stories. That was my... You did a fine job putting everything together, Wilson. Oh no, all the credit should go to the troops. I helped a little here and there. There's one thing I don't think I'll ever get used to about the surface, the abundance of food and drink up here. I hope you have a good time, Commander. Everyone here is on your side. Everyone dreams of having a chat with you and sharing a drink with you. And once you've had your fill, come over to me so we can raise a glass to your health. He's going to try to kill me, isn't he? Pull a Game of Thrones Red Wedding on me, I bet.
I'll make my own.
In fact... let's get that out of the way right away.
March on.
Who's Carl? A group of soldiers in front of the training dummy engaged in heated debate. A blond man with rippling muscles exclaims, "Nah, your jab has nothing on my hook. You listen here, Biggs Bird. Ask anyone Magdamar, and they'll tell you that Tane knows a thing or two about fistfights. You tell him, Carell." To prove his point, he hits the dummy with a powerful right hook, and the dummy responds in a nasal voice, hurling an elaborate obscenity about the attacker's mother. The soldiers laugh uproariously. The elf, a scout judging by her cloak, smiles mysteriously. "Leave me out of this, boys." A dwarf, who is stroking his shaggy, partially torn beard, says in a guttural voice, "Biggs Bird knows fists fighting too. Speed by mass equals hit. Fast hit, strong hit." Observer. At first, the argument looks like a typical disagreement between three professionals with differing views on the art of breaking noses. But you also notice the enthusiasm with which the blonde soldier by the name of Tane is appealing to the elf Carol, and how he's trying to impress her. Carol appears to have noticed it too, and now blatantly enjoying herself by observing his advances. There is, however, someone she's watching with even more interest, you. As for Vigsbard, the dwarf, despite his reserved demeanor, his pride has clearly been wounded by Tane's mocking tone, as every gesture shows that he is a nimble and experienced fighter who is used to people treating his words with respect. Okay. When did the dummies start swearing when they're hit? It's not a bit of fun. We asked a mage friend of ours to enchant a dummy for us. Now it can't be broken by striking it, and whenever someone hits it, it curses. The stronger the hit, the meaner the curse. That part was my idea. Arsehole! Soldiers erupt into laughter. The dummy reels from the hit. A grotesque face has crudely been carved into the dummy's head, labeled above for the avoidance of all doubt. Aurelu Varlish. You have a refined sense of humor, Tane, judging by all the Magnamarian obscenities your straw friend is regaling us with. You not only came up with the idea of teaching it to speak, you also contributed greatly to its vocabulary, ours too. You give it a try, Commander, it's all fun. Let's talk to Vigsbard. Where are you from, my good sir? Vigsbard, oh, at your service. From Highhelm, capital of Five Kings Mountains. The capital of Five Kings Mountains. Bigsbard has trouble mastering languages, even common. The clan he hails from has next to no contact with other races. During his first couple of years in Menda, Bigsbard preferred to communicate through gestures and menacing eyebrow movements. Just like me. Let me have a go at the thing. It'd be nice to have some exercise. How about a wager, eh? To see who can deliver the strongest punch to this straw lummox. The most honest way to see whose strike comes closest to the commander's result. The soldiers loudly voice their approval for Tane's idea, coins made, and some diligently takes notes, bets. Tane, Carol, and Bigsbard all look determined to win. Bigsbard's a dwarf. I bet he would do it. Bigsbard walks up to the dummy, sizes up, and checks the distance meticulously, then suddenly unleashes a simple straight jab. Drop dead, you randy, mush-mouthed runt with shriveled balls and a wandering wife. Dummy's fierce tirade silences the prize crowd. Sounds long, sounds victory. And Carol shows what you can do. Carol doesn't assume any stance. She simply shifts her shoulders and her hand jumps forward like a cobra. Instead of punching the dummy with her fist, she chops it with her hand open as if slashing with a sword. Thrice unholy, sleazy, irksome, cobra slattering. The wobbling dummy curses with fleeing as the soldiers cheer, impressed by either Carol's skill or the dummy's imagination. Right, Tane, clobber the sack of straw. Flexing his muscles, Tane smiles lazily and takes a step toward the dummy before turning his body and throwing a devastating punch at the straw head. Putrid, hideous freak. Dummy squeals like a rabid pig and the soldiers applaud. My turn. 34. I'm gonna strike all my legendary might. That doesn't have a check on it though. Look at this, straw man. I hope your knob ties itself into a knot and flips you off, you foul goat fart, you wretched pig-assed mammoth chunder. The dummy's yelling is enough to make Will Sir Garams, who is standing not far away, look over the one. What a punch! Will you teach us, Commander? I want to beat up demons like that too. Soldiers make such a racket discussing what they just saw, it's no longer possible to continue the conversation. Damn right. That's why I call myself Durden.
Onwards.
Everyone fights on their first night. Them's the rules. There is a stir in the crowd. Everyone is watching a brawl between two officers. A portly halfling, red-faced with fury, and a gaunt, slouching half-elf with phlegmatic look. Here's what I want to know. How? How did you get promoted from a stable mucker to full sergeant? You're a dolt. You couldn't guard so much as a haystack among an army's supplies. Look, Lo, we agreed you'd watch it. Enough yelling. Everybody's staring at us. Come on, not from the commander. Don't you dare hide behind the commander's name. Go look for it, or else. The halfling gives you a sidelong glance and decides to lower his voice after all. An insincere smile blooms on his face, and it makes him look starling wolf. He finishes the last sentence with a nervous squeak. Or else I'll strangle you gently, and without any pain whatsoever. What was you misplaced? A map of our campaign, a supply caravan, or the key to Dresden Gates? Wine! It's Drumish gold, 7,000 a cask, harvested a year before last. Moon Valley, northern side, light floral notes in the start followed by a rich explosion of fruit on the finish. A mistake on our part. We wanted to treat you to the best Drumish wine, Commander, but Lo sadly lost the cask. You bought it with us to the camp, but now we can't find it. This is a disgrace, a disaster. It's for the commander. It's Drumish gold, 7,000 a cask. Northern side, floral notes, an explosion of fruit on the finish. Ahem, almost all upland wines taste the same to me, too sour. And who might you be, Loudmouth? Supply Officer Low Rumpshack at your service. Slanky Bungler. Supply Officer Sergeant Kirkane. Don't lose heart, the commander will find the wine and save the day. Sniffling, the halfling looks at you with hope. The half-elf breathes a sigh of relief and mouths, "Thank you." The rest of our soldiers welcome your kind of jovial applause. It's a cask, a nice round cask. Hope you're our only hope, Commander. There's no chance that empty-headed beanpole can find it. Denlin Blackmead. Penny lands, but never before I've seen soldiers so much love for their commander. My congratulations. The blue-haired bard is a heavily patched, brightly colored jacket, is speaking animatedly to a group of cap-baited soldiers. So there I was in a tavern, cornered by demons, about to be torn to pieces. And I grabbed a bottle and say, "Good sirs, I ask that you let this bard enjoy her last drink before her demise." And the demons go, "No harm in that, it's her last one after all." So we sat down to drink for 3 days. I drank moonshine with those horned beasts, till they all passed out. That's when I gathered their weapons all quiet-like and tiptoed to the exit, and then a bearded fellow looking worse for wear in his expensive clothes, likely some Baron Scion, is listening to the bard's tale with an open mouth. "You're kidding, you really outdrank the demons? What happened next?" "Except the demons are not affected by alcohol from the material plane. Enough with your fabrications, Lanica, the commander is here. What will he think once he hears your tall tales?" "I love campfire stories, especially ones that aren't real. They're the most interesting." What happened next? So I open the door, but the last of the demons grabs me by the shoulder. He's wobbly, barely able to stand, and says, "Let's play some dice." So we start playing. 7 rounds we played, and the poor demon bet and lost. Horns, wings, tail, and in the end, his demonic nature itself. "Which version did you play, Talden, or perhaps Osirin?" "The Abyssal version, of course." "Fascinating." So the demon turned into an ordinary mortal and went off to Kennebrus, where he became a merchant and had family and gained a reputation for being a nasty piece of work, but I kept his horns as a trophy. Pulls out a pair of horns. Why, it's outrageously unworthy of being commented on, a planar metamorphosis of the soul caused by a game of dice while in one's cups. Those are goat horns, by the way. Yeah, that's Orgus Worm he's talking about. Heard similar tales about a fae, a devil, and a very dangerous dragon. Each tale was told by a different bard. The timeless classic, Commander. I mean, you never actually have drank 7 demons? What a liar you are. Who can amaze me with their story the most? Oh, I do believe I have a few nice tidbits to tell. I'm sure the esteemed Hill and our fellow good Baronet Venco do too, right? Overjoyed, Lenica nods at biliously smiling mage, as the bearded fellow who sheepishly lowers his eyes. Alright, Venco, let's hear it. Can't say I have anything amazing to tell you. Oh well, suppose this one time we went on patrol and ran into some demons, so I'm in the middle of things, and right there, standing right in front of me, is a black goat, looking straight at me like it knows me. I get a good, long look at it. Sure enough, it's Bumpy, the goat from a neighbor's farm. See, Bumpy had a bit of temper back when he was alive, but now he was downright angry. And then out of nowhere, he breathes fire on me. Almost burned me to a crisp, he did, so I run him through with my spear and think to myself, if souls of mortal sinners go to the abyss after death, maybe the same goes for livestock. And that must be how old Bumpy joined some demonic host. I mean, it'd explain a lot, wouldn't it? Just look at them demons, beasts, a lot of them. Venko, it was a Brimwark, a fire-breathing black demon with a goat's head. Anyway, I'm sorry, but I find it hard to believe you were so well acquainted with Bumpy that you wouldn't recognize his face, or rather snout. And Lanica. This was around 5 years ago. We were celebrating the anniversary of the founding of Kenabres, and the next morning, I woke up in a gutter. I hear a voice insistent on grating, calling out to me. On your feet, scum, the voice says. I open my eyes and see a woman made of dung. Well, now I think to myself, what in the blazes is this fragment specimen? Then I look more closely and realize it's just my annoying excuse for an aunt. I look even closer. It's the dung woman once again. In the end, I never found out what she was, some kind of elemental, or my relative. I just grabbed a piece of roof tile from the ground and whacked her in the back, and then took off. Either way, I have no regrets. My aunt was real, pained, served her right. Christine Till, what would you like to regale us? My story, which is completely true unlike some, took place 7 months ago. I was sent on an important mission to a remote garrison, and as I'm making my way down the road, a skeleton with a cart comes walking towards me. Oh, that guy. Heaven, help us, was it a lich? A lord of death at the head of a ghoul army? No, an ordinary skeleton. And then he addresses me with great courtesy. Would you like to purchase something, good sir? I'm flabbergasted, and the skeleton politely removes his beret, shows me his wares, and the wares were all cursed, trapped full of human souls, gibbering skulls. Were they? Got it, Vanko. No, they were perfectly fine goods. I bought a pair of boots and a rope, which has yet to show a single sign of wear. That's the story of my amazing encounter. He may have been undead, but he was honest and polite. I don't know which part is more amazing, if he was a gallant corpse or that he was an honest merchant. I made up my mind. All yours, Bill. Your story is true, so you win. Thank you. See, let me go. It's also still a good start without fabricating a word of it. Want to hear one of my stories? Is it true you're a mystic pet? Tell us about the Abyss. You've been there, haven't you? What does Ella Shinra look like? There's chaos. The space is jumbled islands, north of the sky, and everyone wants to kill each other. Laws devoid of logic and rules. The books I've read describe the place much the same way. It's good to have it confirmed by a witness. What about the ruler of Alushinra, Articula? What's she like? Is she really seductive, as they say? She might be listening. She is beautiful, but beneath her beauty lies a sinister, cutting manipulator, murderer, and sadist. A tantalizing feature of some kind. At least they say she has 3 heads and 17 tails. Trust me, it will make a world of difference. And so far as I understand, you encountered Baphomet himself in the Midnight Isles. You fought, yes? Wait a minute. In battle, but Baphomet wasn't prepared for a real fight. He appeared the head of an army armed with teeth. Still be there. I assure you, Lanica, will complete your story. Every telling you'll face Baphomet single-handedly as he pours oceans of lava on you and unleashes whirlwinds from spinning blades. Crowd applauds you, seems. Only rarely get tears a thrilling tale from the person who lived it. Seen a cask of booze anywhere? Yeah. I don't.
Something over there.
Uh-huh. Cask of Germish golden wine. Okay. Now we don't have to drink Budweiser. Here's a missing item. The joyous smile blossoms on the halfling's face. Like a mother reunited with her lost child, he holds the cask close, caressing it and whispering something to it. Then he pulls out the knife and removes the cork. This calls for a celebration. One of the soldiers hands you a cup of golden wine with exquisite aroma. Everyone around you holds similar cups. The approving shouts got raised to a resounding cry of "Long live the Commander." The wine tastes exactly as described, with light floral notes at the start, followed by a rich explosion of fruit on the finish. Ling sighs in delight and says with feeling, "A treasure like this must not be lost. You've saved my good name, Commander. Please accept this humble gift." Yeah? I'll save that. Okay, I guess that's it for that. Talk to Wilser. How's my gift doing? It's ready. I'll present to you later when I'm ready to toast your honor. But please remember, as I ever told you anything, never the end of it. Alright, good enough, fun. Allow me to propose a toast. The soldiers gather around you to watch. Wilser consults the paper he just plucked from his belt and bombastically says, "Dear Commander, we are here but simple soldiers. While you have had great victories, conversed with God, descended in the abyss, and returned in triumph. The gap between us is vast, and that makes our admiration for your great sacrifice all the more profound. You renounced otherworldly and dangerous powers and accepted a mortal's lot. When we all share, a feat like that takes legendary courage, so please accept our legendary respect. Here's the Commander." Yay. The humble gift is from all of us simple crusaders. We named it Trusted Friend because that's how we think of you, our trusted friend. Your fight is our fight. Your triumph is our triumph. And if we also happen to get a bit of glory from all those tall tales they tell about you, even better. Who is this soldier? This is Denland from Bevoy. He recently joined our army. Just had a little bit too much. Not nearly enough to be able to introduce myself. Denley Blackmead, they call me. You forget yourself, soldier. Think so, Commander. Hands on hips. How about a friendly match then? Put the cocky new guy in his place. Alright, I accept your challenge. Excellent. How about we test our prowess in a manner as safe and as is ancient, a drinking contest. The Wang Dylan commonly hands you a tankard filled to the brim. It has spicy, flowery aroma. The soldiers watch with interest, and some already making wagers. Well, Commander, shall we throw back to our victory? Fortitude pass to victory. The drink is amazing, yet insidious, but won't knock you down, at least not after a single sip. Your body feels pleasantly warm, and the world around you starts to spin. You barely manage to wipe the goofy smile off your face. Instinct suggests that no ordinary drink could have affected you so powerfully with one sip. Wiping his foolish mustache, Dylan nods at you with respect. He looks sober as a judge, his cheeks have turned a bit pink. Another, Commander? Shall we drink to our fallen comrades? Come on, Commander, you haven't yielded to demons, so you don't yield now. Durden, Durden. Look at the drink. Holding a tankard of quite decent fortified wine. The taste is sweet. Some flavor would not have been lost due to the jostling and the transport. He's like trying to poison me, isn't he? Something my liver can't handle till it's fallen. And a mighty swig, you drain your tankard and slam it down on the table. The flame runs in your veins. It feels good. It feels absolutely wonderful. As the empty tankard slams on the table next to yours, with a drunken grin, he asks, "Ready for more?" Well, then bring another flask. Denlin steps up a little quickly, jerks, and begins to tilt to one side. A moment later, he crumples on the ground as the crowd laughs with approval. In an instant, he jumps to his feet, tipsy, smile replaced by a grimace of frustration. "Hey, why are you laughing? I haven't lost yet. Drinking contests are for rookies. I propose a true contest, arm wrestling. Do you accept the challenge, Commander?" Arm wrestling is then. Let's see whose arm is stronger. You and Denlin lock your arms together with an iron grip. His hand is hard as stone, with an arched eyebrow and smile. Shall we begin? The second he bears on you with the strength of a raging bull. Push his hand in with brute force. Fuck! Surprised is useless. You might be trying to hold back an avalanche. Your hand moves closer to the table. You just lay demons with your hand tied behind your back. It must be this one. Clearly, it's out of practice. Mighty warrior indeed. There was no losing someone so strong. Warrior shows merit, not only how they accept victory, how they accept defeat. Your merit is beyond question, Commander. A fine contest, albeit a brief one. Thank you, Commander, for sitting out with a simple soldier like me. I can't believe I failed that. I rolled a 4. 35 from the modifiers. That's terrible. I can't believe that. I was 5 short. What can you do?
This is my path.
I'll use my powers. What? What? Whoa, he's like glitched out there. It's hilarious. I wonder if second drove my strength down like he poisoned me or something.